Boom. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at another beer from, I guess you can say these guys are one of my favorite breweries of all time, just because I've had so many of their beers, reviewed a lot of their beers, and I really have never been disappointed by any of the stuff that they've came out with. So, apparently this is a newer IPA they've come out with. Drekker makes all kinds of styles when it comes to stouts. Let's see, fruited sours, fruited Berliner Weisses, IPAs, you name it, they make it. But this is one of their newer IPAs. It was a single hopped IPA that they decided to come out with called Doomsday Device Double IPA. It's a single mosaic hopped double IPA and coming at an 8.3%. And I'm a big fan of mosaic hops. I love the flavors it brings off. There's a nice amount of citrus, nice amount of tropical fruit, a little bit of stone fruit in there. That always helps with the aromas and the flavors and stuff with it. But yeah, Drekker does a lot of really cool stuff over in Fargo, so I'm excited to see what their take on a single hopped IPA is going to be like. I don't remember if I've ever had a single hopped IPA from them before. So when it comes to trying a little bit of a different kind of style of an IPA from them, because of course single hopped IPAs, you're going to have one kind of singular flavor, and that's the flavor that specific hop is going to bring off. So of course really aren't a lot of options with different kind of things you could add to make better aromas, better flavors, and all that stuff with it. So they just stuck to one specific hops. And then, of course, with all the malts and stuff they use in there, let's see, they got Golden Promise, Oats, Carafoma, and then Spelt, which right here it says the hops, mosaic, and then they have their yeast. It's a house IPA yeast blend. So a lot of the time when you order your yeast from somewhere, you can actually get custom, kinds of yeast for it, depending on the yeast cultures and all that kind of stuff. You can get a custom one for it, or you could just get your normal IPA yeast, your ale yeast, your all that kind of stuff. So this one, yeah, I'm pretty damn excited. I love IPAs from Drekker. They usually do a really good job. I've been kind of trying a little bit more milkshake IPAs from them, because that's the kind of IPAs that's a little bit hit or miss with me, because there's a good amount of acidity kind of mixing with the lactose and the creaminess. But this one is just your average single hopped double IPA. So I just want to give this one a try. Hopefully it is absolutely delicious, like I'm hoping it is, because I've never really been disappointed from anything from Drekker before. So hopefully we keep that trend going. So let's crack this thing open and see what it's like on the nose. Yeah, citrus, tropical fruit, a little bit of almost peach in there, a little bit of stone fruity. Yeah, it smells delicious. It smells absolutely delicious. And I just want to go over, look how awesome this label looks. I just think this is fantastic. I love the colors. I love the detail. Drekker never disappoints with anything when it comes to their can art usually. So, yeah, the flavors in this one, on the aromas, yeah, it smells delicious. Definitely, there's not really much complexity when it comes to the aromas coming from it, but yeah, it just smells like a fantastic mosaic top IPA. So let's pour this guy and see what it's like. I'm assuming it's going to be a nice hazy New England IPA, so let's see how it is. Oh yeah, nice and hazy, little bit of a white soft head to it, a little bit of goldeny kind of haze to it. But yeah, that looks fantastic if I say so myself. Look at that. Of course, got my untapped pint glass drinking out of this one today. And before we take a sip, let's see what Untapped shows for similar beers to this one. And of course, Untapped has a really weird trend thing going where if you try to look for a similar beer to something that you may not be able to get, a couple beers I've noticed from specific breweries, all their similar beers lists are pretty close to the same thing on each one. It's weird. I don't know why they do that, but maybe there's some kind of algorithm that with a similar beers list on Untapped kind of hits. So you've heard me name a bunch of these before, so I'm not really going to name any of them. But if you're looking for a single hopped IPA, a lot of breweries come out with single hopped IPAs. Of course, you can look for a nice New England IPA where you can get mosaic being the most predominant hops in there. You can get probably similar flavors to this one, of course. You want to make sure it's a double IPA just because you're going to get a little bit more booziness. You're going to get a little bit more of that hoppy bite in there, of course. So, yeah, if you want to find similar beers, I know breweries like Adroit Theory, Anchorage make some stuff. Clown Shoes make some good stuff like that. Who else? There's a bunch of breweries out there who make single hopped IPAs and all that kind of stuff. So just got to go to your local liquor store, bottle shop. Who knows? You may be able to find Drekker around near you just because their availability when it comes to shipping and all that kind of stuff and distribution has been a lot better. So kind of just got to look around and see. But I'm starting to notice a lot more Drekker showing up in different areas around the country. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to try this thing and see what it's all about. So let's see. Yeah, it smells delicious. So happy Thursday, everybody. Cheers. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Nice, bright, citrusy flavors up front. Definitely getting a little bit of tropical fruit like pineapple, mango. And then getting like maybe like a little bit of like a peach stone fruity kind of flavor there. It kind of helps with those kind of nice mixture of aromas that are coming through on the nose too. So you're getting like the full on flavor profile of what you're drinking. And it's simple, but it's fantastic. There's a nice sweetness coming through with it to where it has that hoppy bite that you look for when it comes to a double IPA, but there's also a nice sweetness to balance it out. There's not really much of an acidity when it comes to this one at all. It definitely doesn't leave like that almost like backwash of acidity on the back end to where you kind of feels like it would trigger acid reflux or anything, but you have nothing to worry about with this one. It's very, very soft, pillowy mouthfeel. It reminds me of drinking a cloud almost. That's how like smooth and almost creamy it is. But overall, yeah, this beer is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So let's look here back on Untapped and we can kind of look at the description on this one and let's see. So let's look at the description here before we look at the ratings and all that stuff over here. So what it says is Mr. Drekker welcomes a brand new 100% Mosaic double IPA that just exploded with flavor, built on a base of Golden Promise, oats, and spelt, with huge bursts of mango, citrus, and stone fruit. This one is locked and loaded with enough Mosaic to doom us all. So, sorry, but that's a good way to go. Yeah. If I had a beer to kind of drink towards the end of, like, when it's time to go and all that kind of stuff, this would definitely be on the list of a beer to drink. It's delicious. Yeah, that's fantastic. If you're an IPA fan, you'll definitely love this one. So, looking here, like I said, it's an 8.3% ABV, which I would definitely take it out of the realm of being sessionable. Of course, you have one or two of these. You kind of want to take it easy because you might start feeling a buzz after one of these. And with over 8,099 ratings, this one has an average rating of 4.24 out of 5, which having almost 10,000 ratings on this one and having above a 4, almost having an average 4.25, yeah, you're doing something really good with this kind of IPA if you're getting that high of a rating, especially with it being a single hopped IPA as well. Because a lot of the times those are more of a simpler kind of profile and all that kind of stuff. So having a lot of people give it that high of a rating just is showing you how good this beer actually is. So let's see here. Let's look at my friends list and see if anybody I know check this one in. Let's see. Okay, so we got one here from my father. He checked this one in back in September. Purchased off Tavor, which is where we got ours. And he gave it a full 4 out of 5, which, like I tell you guys before, when my father's giving an IPA or something, anything above a 3.75 out of 5, you know it's good. Because he's that kind of person to where a good average for like a nice IPA for him is a 3.75. It really has to be really, really good, have a nice complexity to it for him to give it a nice kind of 4 out of 5 to it. And that's exactly what he gave it. So that's pretty good knowing that he gave it that high of a rating. But let's look here on the global ratings and check this one in. So, and let's see who checked this one in. Let's see. Looks like there's a lot of check-ins overseas, what I'm looking at right now. So, this might be getting distributed in like probably Germany and all that kind of stuff right now. But yeah, a lot of check-ins overseas that I can't even pronounce of what they're saying. But okay, never mind. I can translate it. Let's see what this guy had to say. So this guy gave it a 4.25. It said mango, pineapple, lemon, and the snaddest pepperiness. Creamy mouthfeel, admittedly not one of the creamiest end, but a little bitterness on the aftertaste, balanced out nice. It's a quality beer. So yeah, he gave it a pretty good one, knowing that he likes like the nice pineapple, the mango, nice tropical fruit notes. Not really getting much of a pepperiness to this. Definitely has the nice creamy mouthfeel that we enjoy. Not really too much of like a acidic bitterness, but you're still getting like a hoppy bitterness. It's not like floral or anything like that. It's just the flavors are really, really nice. So let's see. This guy gave it a 4.5. Didn't really say much. He just put a bunch of numbers. This guy gave it a 3. Let's see. We got another 4 out of 5. We got a 4.5 out of 5. Let's see. We got a 4.25. Let's see. 3.5. 3.75. 4.25. Purchased at the Wandering Tortoise, which is a beer store, wine store, and all that kind of stuff in Phoenix, Arizona. So the Wandering Tortoise looks like this has it over there. But we got a 4.5. Let's see. This person gave it a 3.75, saying fancy beer, would recommend. Now let's do 2 more. So then we got a 4.5 here, purchased overseas, and then we got a 3.25 here. So yeah, pretty good ratings. I saw a lot more like lower ratings than I actually thought I would, but overall, yeah, the flavors on this one are fantastic. I wouldn't even think about even seeing that low of a rating when it comes to what this beer would look like on Untappd. I'm really, really surprised there's more like 3.5s on here than there are. But overall, I'm definitely going to give it more on like the higher end rating of beers for this one because I think it's absolutely delicious. So let's start trying to figure out what we're going to be doing on our end over here for ratings on this here brew. Let me pour a little bit more into the glass before I can pour the rest of it in. Yes, I can. And let's look at can art because that's the first thing we grade over here in these reviews. And you guys heard me say it earlier. This can art is absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it's like there's a meaning behind it or anything, but I think like Doomsday Device, they have like a robot's face with like a button in its tongue, so it's like with the arrow pointing up with the finger and everything saying don't press or anything like that. All the colors, all the details is just something that I absolutely love. Of course, I like when Drekker puts the stuff on here where it tells you the malts they use, the hops, and the yeast, and if it's like a specialty beer with like a fruited sour or a fruited Berliner Weiss, they usually tell you the gimmicks they use in there when it comes to like fruit purees and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love the font of the actual beer itself because it says Doomsday Device. It almost has like a scratchy kind of worn kind of logo to it, but overall, yeah, this can art's fantastic. It's detailed, it's colorful, it's definitely eye-catching, and overall just awesome. So easy 5 out of 5 for can art for me. This is definitely one of my favorites that I've seen from Drekker. So really, really good. So let's see what else. If I got this beer in a flight at Drekker Brewing Company, would I get another one? Let's see. I'm not sure if this beer is available over there right now, but let's look. Let's see what's available now over there, and then we'll kind of figure out what we're going to be doing over here. So when it comes to things on tap over there right now, they got a bunch of IPAs available. They got some nice doubles. They got the Cuddle Buddy. They got the Freak Parade. Let's see what else we got. Some doubles. Hyper Scream. Master Manipulator. We got the Metaphase. And then we got the White Machine. And then we got the Operation Magical. So a bunch of double IPAs over there right now available. So if you're a hophead, this is definitely some stuff over there that you might enjoy. But of course, let's see what's on the to-go list and see if maybe this one's over there. Holy crap, they have a lot of the brains available right now. So they're doing really good fruited sour stuff over there right now. Let's see if there's anything else. Yep, they got some double IPAs available. It looks like they got the Cuddle Buddy. They got the Clueless Wander. What else? They got Two Right Eyes, which I think I've had that one. That was good. Lizard People. They got the Master Manipulator. Let's see. Neon Phenom. Never Have I Ever. Night Machine People. That's a sour. But yeah, they have a bunch of stuff over there right now available in cans. They got the Revenge of the Hippies, which is another double IPA. So if you're a double IPA guy, Drekker has some stuff over the brewery right now for to-goes. They even have their sours that people love when it comes to the Brain series. They have like one of the chunks available. But yeah, there's a lot of double IPAs available on tap and available to go if anybody wants to go over there if you're in the area to try them out. So if I got this beer in a flight over at the brewery, would I get another one? Absolutely. I'm a really, really big fan of this one. It's simple, but it's not too like... It's simple, but it's still complex at the same time when it comes to the flavors of Mosaic hops that they usually bring off. It's really, really nice when it comes to having a nice balance of citrus, tropical fruit, a little bit of stone fruit in there. It's just a really, really well balanced, and it's a great hop to use in IPAs. I think it's a fantastic hop to use just because it has such a good profile by itself. So if you're looking for possibly making a single hopped IPA, Mosaic would definitely be on the top of my list for ones to use just because it's either going to be Citra, it's going to probably be Mosaic, Galaxy's probably going to be up there for one of them, but there's so many different hops that are great for single hopped IPAs, and this is definitely one of them. So let's see here. With all that being said, let's figure out what my final rating on this guy is going to be. That's going to be tough. Like I said, it's fantastic. It's definitely going to be a really good rating, I think, but I just don't know what to give it exactly. I'm going to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Really, really good. If you like single-hopped IPAs, this Doomsday device would definitely be one I would recommend from Drekker. Of course, they have so many different kinds of beers when it comes to double IPAs and all that stuff available as well. So you'll be able to find something that may not be as simple as a single-hopped IPA available from Drekker right now. You may get some more complex stuff where they're using 3 or 4 hops in their IPAs, and they're absolutely delicious. I would love to try some of their other stuff available over there right now. But if you want to get your hands on some stuff from Drekker, of course, go to your local liquor store, see if they have them. If they don't, you could ask the person behind the counter and see if they can get it brought in from their distributor. I know Drekker's distribution has gotten a lot better when it comes to being available all around the country, so you can be able to possibly get your hands on some of their stuff. Plus, I always recommend trying some of their fruited sours and their fruited Berliner Weisses, because that, to me, that's the strongest beers that they have. It's the most unique. It's for people who don't really enjoy like the flavor of beer. Those will definitely be something to get people into. Plus, just the beers in the can are awesome and delicious. So, what else do we got here before we head out? Other than that, let's see. Of course, another option as well. You can go on Tavour. You heard me talk about Tavour all the time. I really don't need to mention anymore. You can download the app. Link to Tavour's website is down below. Just follow the prompts to where you can download the app and all that kind of stuff. They'll make you create your account. And if you can create your account, they'll let you know right there if it could ship to you. And Drekker shows up there pretty frequently. So you'll be able to find some stuff from Drekker on Tavour. So let's see. Last but not least here, of course, if you're not on Untappd yet, you hear me talk about Untappd all the time. It's a fantastic platform for beer drinkers. I like to call it Facebook for beer drinkers. It's really, really fun. You can check in beers, get badges, all kinds of stuff. It's just a really, really cool platform. So if you're on Untappd already and haven't sent me a friend request, link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys. I want to definitely shoot me a friend request. I would love to try and see what other people are drinking, possibly see some recommendations from other people that I can keep my eye out for. But other than that, let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Of course, if you want to support me in other ways, I do have a Patreon that I started that I'm going to be doing random monthly giveaways when it comes to 4-packs of Illinois craft beer. So if you want to join my Patreon and get entries into the raffles, of course, have the opportunity to get different member exclusive things that I'm planning to come out with in the future, like glassware, coasters, koozies, all that kind of stuff. Link to my Patreon is down in the description below for you guys. If you want to join and support me any other way than just watching my videos, I will not be against it. It is definitely helpful, but I'm not going to force you to as well. So, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Of course, if you join, and if you saw my Instagram, I already posted the 4 beers that I'm giving away this month. A couple IPAs, nice porter, and a nice golden ale. So, from a bunch of Illinois breweries, I have a bunch of other stuff planned that can be included in those monthly raffles and monthly giveaways. So, if you want to get your hands on some of that stuff, join my Patreon. It's going to be a fun time over there. I have a lot of things planned. But other than that, I think that is what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are amazing. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. It helped me out a lot. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, as along with that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live doing another review. But that is what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you in chat for hanging out. Thank you on the replay for everybody who's going to tune in. And I'm going to say it like I always say it before we get the hell out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.